in the program of NolideCastro, you made some allegations there that, you know, the reason why you didn't come because you were excused. But that was a different story.
The Honorable Marcolita for your query.
Mr. Chair, first of all, I'd like to know why there was a show cause order and whether or not the show cause order was answered on time, because I think all this started from that. And then secondly, because there was an allegation that Governor Mamba was preventing those officials in the province of Cagayan, which were all called into the meeting to shed light on the issues being discussed. And I was informed that there was an alleged order for them not to appear in this meeting. So I'd like to know whether or not the Cagayan governor has a hand in preventing those persons called by the committee to testify. This is the first thing that we have to establish. That is the reason why the detention order and contempt order was issued in the first place. Okay, now I think I do not know the questions asked and I do not know the answers given to these questions. Have these questions been asked and whether have they been satisfactorily answered? Because it now rests on us whether or not the continued presence or detention of the governor of Cagayan, this is still justified under the circumstances.
Thank you, Congressman Marcoleta. Well, the governor was properly notified. He was given ample opportunity to answer. His answers came late and came only after the committees found him liable for failing to appear and for refusing to give the travel orders or authority on the persons requested to appear before this committee. And as testified to by the officers or the officers of the provincial government called, they said that had they been given a travel authority, they would have attended our committee's hearing.
So, Governor Mamba, what was the reason why, first of all, you failed to answer on time the show cause order, and then thereafter, according to the testimony of your own officials, they were prevented from appearing before us simply because they were denied travel order from your office. Of course, this constitute the charges and from which the order of contempt and detention came from. So unless you are able to explain to us with clarity and with conviction, you make us believe that we were wrong in issuing the contempt order and the detention. Please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Chair. No? As I explained a while ago, I apologize for the delay on my explanation on the show cause order, Mr. Chair. As I said a while ago, I am totally dependent on my provincial administrator and chief of staff as far as legal matters are concerned. No.
You were totally dependent
Yes,
on?
because she's a lawyer, and that's why I consult her every now and then, no, on these things. And she's also the one informing me of the explanation that I have to do. I'm not a lawyer, Mr. Chair. That is why.
Was the show cause order so difficult to answer? Did it contain all legal issues, Governor Mamba?
Well, I leave that to my lawyers, especially to Charo, my provincial administrator.
Mr. Chair, I hope we can believe that. Governor, you are a very responsible leader of your own province. I'm not saying that you will not depend on your legal assistant or whatever his or her position is.
Kasi ganito,
But- When you are called to make an explanation, it's a show cause order. You will not depend on anybody. It's your life that depends on it. I hope you can make us believe that that is the only reason for that. Because aside from that explanation, whether or not we will have to accept that, there are other public statements that you made that most of this besmears the reputation of the members of this committee. We saw the video, and in the program of NolideCastro, you made some allegations there that the reason why you didn't come because you were excused, but that was a different story. You were excused then because you were trying to argue on the issue of sub judice. Somebody explained to you that sub judice does not apply in Congress. We have our own rules. Alam mo naman yon, you are also an honorable member of this house before. Kahit na Supreme Court pa yung nag-hear, they will yield to us because that is the right of Congress. Sinabi mo doon paano naman ako pupunta doon? Sub judice. Personally, this is not applicable. So I'd like to believe that you're using that more than using the reasoning that your lawyer is not with you. You have to give us better explanation than that.
when I say,
We'll be lenient to you. We can lift this order of suspension, but you have to be honest with us in explaining to us. Please.
Mr. Chair, when I said I am totally dependent, I'm not totally dependent for him or for her to tell me what to do, but informing me. Because everything that comes, any correspondence that comes before it reaches me, it is through her. Ganun po yung nangyari. Ang tingin ko, because when she was detained here, siguro nakalimutan din po niya. That's why it came belatedly, yung explanation po namin. Hindi ko pa sinasabing siya na lang ang magka-answer. Hindi po.
Governor,
Sinasabi ko,
ganito lang to Palagay mong nakakulong yung, alam mo, by text message. Pwede ka naman niyang i-advise Hindi naman namin, Mr. Chair, kinuha ba natin yung cellphone nung legal officer?
There are certain hours that the provincial administrator is being given the opportunity to use her cell phone.
Did we capture her cellphone?
No, as per request niya, pwede yung magamit for a given period of time. So, on that premise,
Did we prevent her from contacting the good...
Mr. Chair, she's
provincial
only allowed
governor?
to use the cell phone 30 minutes in the afternoon and 30 minutes in the morning.
that's correct.
di malaking bagay na yun.
Yeah, pero
Ako naman siguro,
Mr.
ito yung
Chair,
5 minutes naman.
most of the time, siyempre balisa rin yung bata. This is the first time that she's cited in contempt. She's the first time she's detained and she's out. Wala akong contact kahit kanino. She's alone in the detention cell. I don't know. Kaya nga po sabi ko, it totally nagkalimutan po lahat sa totoo lang. Sino naman ho ang hindi a-answer sa show cause order? And I know there are consequences of that. Kaya lang po, ganun po yung nangyari. When she was detained, doon na po and really, I'm really sorry for that.
Mr. Chair, can we be informed of what was the extent of the show cause order? Was it too difficult? Was it too legalist? that the governor will be unable to answer without the help of his legal officer? Ano ba yung nakalagay doon sa show cause order?
It was simply asking him to explain why he should not be cited in contempt for acts. Undue interference of the proceedings of these committees.
Our appreciation to what was happening at that time is your officials, which are supposed to shed light on the issues we're taking up, ayaw nilang, hindi namin makuha yung kanilang participation. Dapat sana na-simplify na yung gagawin namin. So we were so helpless. Ang tinatanong lang sa'yo, okay, please explain why you are not supposed to be blah, blah, blah. Show cause order lang eh. Siguro, kahit na wala ka namang legal officer naman yun, pwede mo namang sabihin, Mr. Chair, I am not preventing anybody from ganito, ganon. Ang dali naman, no? Maybe 2-paragraph letter to reply to the chairman as a sign of respect to him. Do not use that justification. Gusto mong malif itong detention order, we can do it. It is within our right to do it. And we wouldn't like to complicate matters. But sir, we would like an explanation, an honest explanation. Be open to us. Natakot ka, nagkamali ka, o ano ba yung kiano mo, kailangan sabihin mo sa amin. Do not use that, please, as a justification for not answering the show cause order. We will never accept that. Kung ang sasabihin mo ay, I am totally dependent with my lawyer. Huwag naman ganun.
No, it's not totally dependent on the explanation, Your Honor.
So what is your contention? You're partially dependent
for
on
her to tell me. Kasi po, lahat ng correspondence na dumadating sa opisina ko, sa kanya muna. And then she informs me about
But the
it.
committee is not talking about all the correspondences reaching your office. We are just trying you to explain. Sagutin mo lang ito. Bakit hindi namin makuha yung cooperation ng mga taong ito? Tinatakot mo ba sila? Ganito, ganon.
Ay, hindi ko ho sila pre-divert.
But you should have answered the committee.
Yeah, hindi ko ho sila pre-divert.
Yeah,
Never prevented them from coming over here.
Mr. Chair, ang sinasabi ko lang sa kanila, kung halimbawa, nahihirapan nga tayong makakuha ng participation nila, kaya kayo nabigyan ng show cause order. Kung ako, Governor, no? Mr. Chair, in answer to your show cause order, may I tell you that I have not prevented anybody from attending your, As a matter of fact, I am now releasing a travel order to these people you wanted to appear in your committee right now, just to tell you that I am with you in ferreting out the truth. Every truth. O di tapos na sana yun. That is not so hard to make. Assure us that you are with us, that you are not trying to stymie the discussion in this meeting. Ganun lang ang hinihingi namin. But it took you ilang days? Yung sinasabi namin, Governor, a 3-5 paragraph letter. Sige, maski na 3 paragraphs lang. It's a sign of respect.
Kaya ka, sir, sabi ko, hindi niya nasabi sa akin na I have to come up with a show cause order. Really, sir. Yun ang kuwang ko. So I thought all the while, walang ganun sa akin. And then she was detained here. So that is why na-explain lang niya yon nung nakalabas na siya. No? At sinabi niya sa akin, yun po yung nangyari, sir, sa amin, Mr. Chair.
What you're trying to make us believe is that somebody is supposed to explain to you the value of that show cause order.
No, I know.
Without anybody explaining to you, you will not be able to understand that. And therefore, you are barred from...
No, sir. Kung alam ko lang na meron, I could have consulted anybody.
So, Mr. Chair, he doesn't know that there was a show cause order?
No.
He was properly notified as far as the committees are concerned.
Governor, the records are with us. You even requested for 2 days to reply to the show cause order.
Well, sir, kung alam nyo lang, hindi ko alam talaga. Kung alam ko lang, I could have asked them kaagad. Kaya I was also asking my kwan. Kaya
Governor,
answer lang ako after. And
Are you
I'm
trying-
really sorry.
sir, I'm sorry, sir. Are you trying to make these committees believe that your provincial administrator would, on her own, ask for an extension of time to file your explanation?
No, sir. No, sir. We decide on that. I decide on that. She
Yes,
will
sir.
always consult me.
So if you
Pero
ask,
at that point in time, I was never told.
sir, there was a request for an extension of time to file an answer. And now you're telling me that you were not informed when you just earlier said,
Mr. Chair, can you please present to him the request made by the provincial
Sir-
governor requesting
sir,
for 2 days?
I really didn't know kung granted nga yung extension or not. Dahil nakulong na si Attorney Charo that time. Nakulong na po siya eh.
Anyway, I have with me the letter that was signed by Attorney Maria Rosario Mamba Villaflor. And no signature affects yung sa kay Gov. So, it is only the provincial administrator that sent to us and signed on behalf of the employees and the governor. Now, let me read lang yung item number 4 para malinaw lang. Kasi yung iba, kaugnay doon sa ibang mga employees. Now, ito yung item number 4. Furthermore, the provincial governor also received the undated show cause order of the Joint House Committee directing him to submit written explanation of the failure of the 17 employees of the provincial government of Cagayan who are witness to the ongoing investigation of the Joint House Committees regarding House Resolution 145 and Resolution 146. Being under their direct control and supervision to be submitted before 2 p.m. of August 8, 2023 to these honorable committees. So, ito lang. So, signed by the provincial administrator, Attorney Maria Rosario Mamba.
but Mr. Chair, the governor just testified moments earlier, said that the provincial administrator would never do anything like that without his approval. Correct?
Yeah, that's true, Your Honor.
So then you were informed.
Yeah, but I didn't know na kung granted o hindi. No? Number 2, sir, talagang we were
Bakit ka pa
sobra po
naman,
yung devastation
bakit ka pa
namin,
naman
sir.
hihingi ng 2 araw kung di ka naman naniniwalang gagrant pala namin? So kahit saan kami yung talo rito eh. Inisyon ka namin ng show cause order. Humingi ka naman ng 2. Dapat i-assume mo naman na ibibigay namin sa iyo ang pagkakataon na 2 kasi sumulat ka eh. Ngayon sasabihin mo, dahil hindi ka naman nakakasiguro na bibigay namin sa iyo yung 2 araw. Ba't ka pa humingi ng 2 araw kung yun pala yung iniisip mo?
Sir, kaya nga ako sa dami po ng trabaho, sir.
Marami rin
So,
tayong trabaho.
We are on the state of calamity. We were also searching for 4 others na nawala that time.
Huwag po
alam nyo lang, sir.
natin gagamiting justification yung trabaho. Yun po ang sinumpaan natin.
Sir, but
Governor, please.
sir, kung po ito, Mr. Chair, I have a super typhoon that hit us and I was responding to all of this. No? Hindi po ako yung nagtuturo-turo lang. Sa totoo lang, no? Ako po yung mismong the thick of anything that happens in my province. I am always there. That is why, no, siguro nakaligtaan din po namin ito na wala rin sa aking isip. So, really, I'm really sorry, no, for not responding to this on time. But really, it was never meant to...
Parang wala naman sa loob mo yung pagsasorry mo. You keep on arguing kasi. Alam mo, aminin mo na lang sana. Hindi yung pati yung typo na ginagawa natin, yung trabaho natin. were visited by typhoons regularly 20 times. 6 or 7 of these are very strong. As public servants, hindi natin alam kung gaano ang trabaho na nakaharap sa atin. Ngayon lang, kaya ako na-late na naman, napakarami ko pong... Pero hindi ko gagamitin po yun. Wag mo kaming bibigyan ng ganong arguments. You are faced of a detention order. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, we have the right to lift this depending on the kind of answer that you will give us. Be honest with us. Yun lang. Walang personalan ito, Governor. Kasama ka namin dito noon and we value that. We value that whether you believe me or not.
Of course, I believe you, sir. Bakit hindi naman kita ibibilib? No? We've been together here.
Kaya nga, sabihin mo na lang na, na wala na yung ganun-ganun na maging honest ka, then we will weigh your explanation.
Well, as far as I can remember, sir, ganun yung kuwan ko eh. Yung recollection ko nito. I don't want to reason out, sir. Sa totoo lang. No? I just want to be as honest as I could sa inyo lahat dito. No? Ganun po yung nangyari sa amin. Siguro, litong-lito kami at that point in time. Because of the 17 employees who were supposed to come here, including our department heads, our provincial administrator being detained. And then ako mismo was asked to also contempt and everything. Siguro, sir, it's out of all of these things. And of course, yung nangyayari sa aming probinsya at that point in time and the coming of the president also sa aming probinsya at this point in time, we're wondering what to do about all these things, no? And what to prioritize. Kaya nga po, really, I'm sorry if I've took too much of your time, if in a way, no, napabayaan ko yung aking obligasyones para sa dito. But really, I hope you understand, no, the enormity also of the response that we have to take at that point in time. Yun lang po ang aking pakiusap. Na ako, as you have seen, no, kahit na ilan yung pinapatawag nyo dito, pinapapunta ko naman ito. But we also have to respond to the needs of our people kaagad-agad po. And I'm really sorry if we committed those. No? Hindi po namin talagang intensyon na baliwalain itong Kongreso.